pushing Alexa reverse. I'm a flirty, not a furniture. Just ain't it fun on the skirt. Wear blue like a blue smurf. Now I fucking with them, kind of fucked up his rap. If I hate it, don't hate on me, then believe me, don't hate on me. Shine right up and down. Never cease talking more. You want me to do a good $5 plus tax? My ass come up, show it up. Time to check it, show it up. My ass come up, show it up.
Coming live from the VIP, heard the nightlife off right without me. Both feds in the state wanna beat my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, shout he not out. Who said the city on fire, so as he got 3? King back now, we don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacks, all the check down. Still push a button to let the roof on the leg down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down.
The rap game, money.
The chat time, get the crowd yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, I'm a hot girl selling. Bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys selling. Bring 'em out, hey, the backstage selling. I know there's a kid with other southern rappers hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. I'm rapping back, I'm moving the brick. Talking about now I'm doing it quick. Over in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. Never catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep cool heads, stay out of the news headlines. Show these other rappers the bedtime. See that I'm ahead of the time. I got chromed out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't like it better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, hey, I'm a hot girl selling, bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys selling, bring 'em out, hey, the backstage selling, bring 'em out, hey, mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna be something king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene?
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for
Seattle. They call me Sweet Dang.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
I like the flames. There ain't no deputy chain. Take it up the white.
He's knocked down hard on the opening
kicker. But you gonna pay me a fee. Rap a lot, mafia life ain't no stopping me. They call me Tony Montana because I'm letting the rain. When you see me, recognize I'm a hog in the game.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
See about it.
Down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming
went downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 21, here's second down and 8.
It's in my lap at all times, nigga.
It's Young off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Young to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. Now, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Next to score Seahawks 7, Panthers
0. Let's get it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
Damn, I thought I was going to pick this shit.
40-yard line before being corralled. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Young.
Hey.
Got a man. That's Ligon. And he'll be
Man, I barely touched that dude.
He gets into enemy territory. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Young. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Set, ready. 45. Wide. Watch out.
Young, he's going to change it up.
Set.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one complete to Ligon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
It's 4th down.
Ready.
Young to throw on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. here's Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That one complete to Leggett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. This is caught. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
10 seconds.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
Dowdle is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now it's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to throw, Darnold. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And for Darnold, this may be a free play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Darnold. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Darnold now to throw. Touchdown! A.J. Barner from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Off the play fake, Young. He's going to air one out. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Darnold. Get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off of play action, Darnold. They get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Darnold. Walker with the grab, left side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And the West Coast
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Barner, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing, Young. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st down.
Here we go.
Young now. Short throw, hauled in by Trimble. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A running play, it's Dowdle. Oh, nice move. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle.
Man, I should have tagged him trying to hit stick.
Are able to cut into that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Okay then, fight little bro. Okay, got some fight in it. Okay. And I thought you was finna quit.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Pushing his way through. And a nice return sets him up
Damn
good
it.
here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Waddle. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. He's across midfield. Down the right sideline. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. He has carried them in this ballgame, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Shoots by. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Ready?
It's Young off play action. Now he's going to step up and run. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Claw, 10, red, yellow.
Now Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 close.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Blue strike. Come on. Set. Red 38. Drill green. Ready.
Young to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Faster, faster.
Panthers, first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Now Young going to move him around.
First down.
Black shot. Cut.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here we go. Set.
Young. Oh, look at that. A diving catch.
Got this shit.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Young. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
It's still a 3-score hill to climb to see if they can do it. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his lineback, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
On the ready?
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Panthers.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Ready.
The Seahawks 14-yard line.
Blaster, 6. Ready.
Here's Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
Black 40. Ready.
The Young's going to throw for this. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And this is going to be intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition pick 6 from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick 6. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick 6, it's demoralizing. And when you look over the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
At the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jimbo. 54 yards. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Jason Myers to kick off 4th.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open receiver complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One last shot for Young. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop. Shake my paranoia. Can't stop the run. 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 Shake my paranoia.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Arizona Cardinals and the
Let's see what I got against these Chiefs, man.
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started, and we're underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to... The first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Attack, attack!
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. They're taking a shot on this first play. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Man in motion here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Dose of the hurry up here.
Down at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Attack! Yellow!
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And he has the catch. It's both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Mahomes leads his troops to the line. Going for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got a man. Complete. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead.
Cardinals nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Cardinals first down. A gain of 12.
Run on 1st down. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Kyler. There's a screen to Benson. Pushing for the red zone. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense in the hurry up here.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pressure coming. It's Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up. And most important, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Moving quickly, trying to get set.
12 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Play action, Mahomes. Forced down, ball is out, Mahomes fumbled it. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Murray from the pistol. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Murray setting up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air on third and long. Escapes out to the left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. On fourth down, here's Murray. Intercepted in the end zone. There he goes, right sideline. 40. Into the red zone. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. Well, we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. He just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100-plus for a pick six.
Before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 16-0 our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here comes Imari DiMercato. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. receiver throwing here. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Working quickly here.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Called in again, it's McBride. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
It's a gain of 42 yards.
An early jump of the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Murray with the sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Jonathan Gannon getting his offense ready. They're going for 2. They give it to the back of the zone read. And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they went for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a 1-possession game.
Well, he sensed it was the right time to be aggressive and go for it. You know, such a boost for a team when you could follow up a touchdown by outplaying the defense and adding an extra 2.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away.
There you go.
Xavier Worthy now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Offense to the line fast.
33. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They send a man in motion.
1st and 10 at the
1st down throw,
46-yard line.
Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Shotgun snap. It's a give to Hunt. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Hey, 43, 43. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. It's in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Attack!
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Come back! 43! 43! Hey, rip list!
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal, a little bit tougher here. Running it after the penalty. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you foul it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
He gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Working quickly here.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Conversion.
Before the play clock can expire, we've got a timeout called by Andy Reid. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. No problems on the extra point there. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now.
Chiefs 23, Cardinals 8. Harrison Butker at the kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Trying for the deep ball. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Yellow. Let's go, Arlie. Hey, color. Hero 15. Attack. Hey, 57, 50.
Mahomes on first and 10. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get more points to end a lopsided first half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
That's a good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Chiefs and Mahomes setting up for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Keeping it on the ground. But he's not going to reach the end zone. So they get 6, but not an extra 2 just before the break.
Cardinals 8.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He's back to throw. Downfield, and he's got it. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. The final throw before the break. Throw it deep to the left side. And they pick him off again. And the Chiefs are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Here's Kyler to throw. Down the field. He's got Wilson. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good. Cardinals.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Yellow. Let's go, 80. Yep, right side. Attack, attack. Right side.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
15.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He goes to the hurry up here.
14 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Going power with a big tight end. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
When you're down here this close, that's not often the spot you see for creativity. It's not rewarded very often, and that risk kind of blew up in their face.
We'll go with Hunt on the run. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Sending him up the middle. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Butker on now to kick this one away. DeMercado bringing it back. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. He's got it inside the 25. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down. Offense up to the line fast.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. A 57-yard gain. And the Cardinal first down.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he is brought down just 5 yards from the end zone. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I think that's called not settling. Explosive play to begin the drive, and you just pay it off with another one. Now you put yourself in great position to score.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 9-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Cardinals have it. 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Murray from the pistol. On the move, headed right.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running one. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. He tries to sneak it, and he gets in. Touchdown! The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
So Kyler and the Cardinals looking to tack on 2 more. All right, they're going to throw for it. Chased out to his right. He'll reach the end zone. They get 2 more points to help attack that deficit. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
And the Chiefs cover up the kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They run. Here's Hunt. He takes it down to the 33. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
15. Hey, 43. I got 180. Hey, 43, 15. Let's go.
1st and 10. It's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Offense in a hurry up here.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow. Come back. Hey, Sunday. Hey, yellow. Hey, go going. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has it down close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
19 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Trying to run with Pacheco. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs can rest easy with a 3-score lead. From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal.
Attack, attack! Hey, Ripley, Ripley!
That is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal.
And how many times have we sat in meetings and heard from offensive coordinators, you get down to this area, we got to be able to run. Got to be able to run. We get time coverage.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs put up even more points in a win. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Butker on now to kick this one away. DiMercato bringing it back. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again! And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown!
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2. Making a throw here. And that one's gone. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable